The Suplah, bringing you the latest in wrestling news, reviews, and rumors by annoyed fans. For annoyed fans.
Let's get it on!
Bring it!
Hello wrestling fans and welcome to another edition of the Suplah. That was a pillow. I am Andy Kwan and with me as always is Sam Brooks.
It's sad to say that we have come to terms on the release of our fan base, of our entire audience this week.
Yes.
Suffice to say, we wish them the best of luck in their future endeavors.
So
Should we just get the fucking, should we get a list of names up? Because, oh my god, that's all the news has been recently. It's just, this one's gone, and another one gone, and another one gone. This one's been released, and so's he. So's her. We're all gone now.
Should we address where we've been as well? Because it's been 84 years.
We've been depressed.
For obvious reasons. Let's leave it like that. So, let's move on. So, yes, releases. How many releases have there been, Samuel?
Like 27 or something.
You don't have to go through the whole list. We could be here all day.
I'm gonna try and find a list. I'm hoping there's one that's been released. A list has been released of releases. People are losing their jobs. This isn't funny.
No, this is not funny.
Okay, so apparently, so far this year, there have been 54 releases. And this is current as of 2 days ago.
Oh, Christ.
That's mental, isn't it? 54!
Is this like the most I've ever done, like, in history?
Well, I'll rattle off the list quickly. This has been since the start of the year, so we may or may not have touched on these topics, but honestly, I don't remember what we talk about in these shows anymore, so let's just rattle through some of the earlier ones, and then we'll get to the ones I know we haven't talked about.
Okay.
Lars Sullivan, gone. Big Show, gone. Steve Cutler, gone. Andrade, gone. Billy Kay, gone. Peyton Royce, gone. Samoa Joe, gone, but then he came back. Kalisto, gone. Mickey James, gone. Chelsea Green, gone. Tucker, gone. Bo Dallas, gone. Mojo Rawley, gone. Wesley Blake, gone. Kavita Devi, gone. Jessamine Duke, gone. Vanessa Bourne, gone. Skylar Story, gone. Ezra Judge, gone. Alexander Wolf, gone. Velveteen Dream, gone. Braun Strowman, gone.
Sorry,
Lana's gone.
Lana's gone.
Buddy Murphy is gone.
Yeah.
Aleister Black is gone.
Okay.
Ruby Riott is gone. Santana Garrett is gone. Fandango's gone. Tyler Breeze is gone. Tony Nese is gone. Arya Davari is gone. August Gray, gone. Samir Singh and Sunil Singh, gone. Kurt Stallion, gone. Arturo Ruas, gone. Marina Shafir is gone. Killian Dane, gone. Matt Martell and Chase Parker, gone. Bray fucking Wyatt, gone. Rick fucking Flair,
Woo.
gone. Bobby Fish, gone. Bronson Reed, gone. Jake Atlas, gone. Ari Sterling is gone. Kona Reeves is gone. Leon Ruff, gone. Steven Smith, gone. Tyler Rust, gone. Zechariah Smith, gone. Asher Hale, gone. Giant Zangier, gone. And Mercedes Martinez, fucking gone. Oh,
That's quite the list, Sam. I'm gonna be honest.
Liam Dunn in the chat says, what are these 54 wrestlers doing in the Elite Zone? Taz, you fucking prick.
Oh, Liam Dunn wants to join us in a call. I don't know how this is supposed to work. Answer. Okay. Loudspeaker. Hello, Liam Doon.
I just want to point out as well that this has been like the most profitable 2 years that WWE's had, and they sacked all these people. Just gotta put that out there. Just the most profitable 2 years in WWE's like inception and they sacked all these people.
Also, you could just join the show. You do realise this, right?
I've got an Asda shop, ironically.
Oh, now you have an Asda shop. It's suddenly inconvenient. Oh, who knew?
Bye.
Okay. Also, my cat, as this was happening, has now destroyed my blinds in mid. It's all happening here. It's all happening here in Suplah
It's all
City.
popping off in Suplah City. Antonio in the chat says a Mercedes was taken. Yeah, one owned by a Martinez, whoever that is. Yeah. Oh my God, this is so many. All right, like,
well,
holy shit.
Should we start with the NXT stuff and then move to?
No, I want to start with Bray Wyatt.
Okay, because basically, I'm
surprised you haven't said fucking derp yet and just laughed at your
I
own
said
joke.
derp when you said his name, but you didn't hear me. Derp! So,
Oh, good. I must have blocked that out because
yeah.
I'm pissed at you for doing that
Derp!
throughout his entire career.
But
It's not funny!
That's what he said.
Stop being funny like 5 years ago!
I think the
Stop!
I think the thing is that the character, like, Bray Wyatt, as much as I... See, Antonio in the chat says he said derp. Anyway, so the point is, right...
Who cares? It doesn't matter anymore. He stopped saying it however long ago. Now he's not even in the company anymore, and it fucking is stupid.
As much as I took the mick and kept saying derp every 4 seconds...
You never liked him, let's be honest.
But he had the potential to be good. That's the problem. Like, I didn't like him, but I know people did. So, you know... I mean, like, what
could he have done for you to actually like him? I'm curious because he went through so many different gimmicks and everything. Like, nothing stuck for you.
The moment he had supernatural spoofy powers, I think it just sort of.
So, like, all the time.
Well, he didn't have that in NXT, did he? He was just like creepy swamp man.
Well, no, in NXT he was like creepy cult leader, and then as time sort of went on, he kind of got them. It was weird.
That's what I'm saying. As soon as.
But then again, someone like The Undertaker and someone like Kane, whose careers have entirely based on the predicate that they are supernatural beings. I never hear a peep out of you about them.
Yeah, but there's.
Why was it this guy? Why was it this guy specifically that rubbed you the wrong way?
He was fine as like the creepy swamp person. That's fine. But like this.
You didn't even like The Fiend, which is surprising.
No, The Fiend sucked. It was awful.
Oh, come on. Okay, what are your reasons for that?
Okay, red lights.
Okay, but ignore the lighting and all of that. Like,
every feud he had, he destroyed that person's career.
I don't think he destroyed their career.
He ruined Alexa Bliss forever to the point where now she has a weird doll thing.
Okay, that granted, they took the gimmick that he himself created, slapped it on Alexa Bliss, and were like, bye, fuck off now.
I want to remind you that Bray Wyatt had 2 matches with Randy Orton at, like, I don't know if it was at WrestleMania.
Oh yeah, and it killed his career, didn't it?
No, but they both sucked as well. So, like, you give him an opportunity. It's just the character was just... All the guy had when he got called up to the main roster was "The land to you, man," and that was probably
He said
about
that once.
it.
He said that once. He said it once in a promo. Why do you attribute it to everything he ever said?
Because that's what he used to say.
He said it one fucking time.
He had something like if he beat Cena, that would have been good, right? But no, it was WrestleMania.
That's not his fault.
That's not his fault. I'm not saying half the battle is not. It's not. Whatever Rotunda, what's his name? What's his actual name?
Wyndham?
It's not Wyndham's fault, yeah? It's Creative's fault. I'm not saying this is derp, this is not his fault. But like
okay, so say if he were to like show up in AEW, would you automatically hate him?
He can't turn up in AEW as the Fiend. He just can't.
No, okay, maybe not as the Fiend. I mean just like in general as a performer, no matter what the gimmick is, would you just automatically hate him? Well, do whatever they're doing with Malachi Black. Just like put him in that group. Make him lead the Dark Order.
Yeah, like I don't know, but like at the end of the day,
that's like the meme though. Everyone says every time a WWE talent leaves, they're all like, "Oh, we'll join the Dark Order."
Yeah, but I feel like in a way, in some sort of.
Well, actually, I'm curious now because this list of 54 people, I want to see how many have joined AEW.
Andrea almost has.
Andre? Why do you keep calling him Andre? That's not his
Because
name.
I'm an idiot. And
Say it with me. Andrade.
Andrade. Okay.
There you go. All right, looking at the list. Big Show is there.
Where? Yeah, he's there.
What do you think of Big Show in AEW? Isn't he like didn't he have a segment recently that was like important?
I haven't seen it because in the UK it's airing tonight, so I haven't
But
seen
it did happen, right? I'm not going
He
crazy.
chokeslammed someone.
Oh, cool. Okay, so Big Show's there. He's doing the commentary on their YouTube show.
Yeah, Dark Elevation.
Right. Andrade, who's there. Doesn't he have a match with Pac coming up?
Yes, and Chavo Guerrero
yeah.
is now his manager.
Oh, sick. I love that. The Iconics aren't there. Samoa Joe was rehired, which is good because he has a fucking title match at TakeOver now, which I really hope he wins because I fucking... if there's one wrestler who I despise more often than anyone else recently, it's fucking Karrion Kross, but we'll get to that later. Chelsea Green, she's with Matt Cardona. Has she done anything? She in AEW?
Well, I think she's got her name back after winning it from.
Yeah, they stole her name, didn't they?
Yeah, they stole her name. Draven G in the chat says Mark Henry.
Oh yeah, was he released like last year or this year? Because he wasn't on this list.
I feel like
might have been last year.
I feel like it might have been earlier this year. But then again, there's 54 bloody people. Like it's getting confusing now. Like
Mark Henry's on commentary, right?
Yes, but I think one of the things that he wanted to do when he came to AEW, because he said this in an interview, was he wanted to basically tighten everything up. So like, for instance...
Oh, like backstage or...
Yeah, and matches and stuff, because what you would find
So he'd be like a producer?
Yeah, so like in a lot of ways you would have the same sort of finishes, not over and over again, but maybe twice in one night, and he was like, nope, you gotta stop doing that.
What, on AEW?
Yeah, but then Mark Henry's come in, and I guess he's some sort of road agent or producer of some sort. And he's gone. No,
well, that's good. That's playing to his strengths because I don't know if he can he wrestle good anymore. I don't know.
I don't know, but I think he also wants to try and help AEW. You know how WWE helps out charities and stuff like that. I think he wants AEW to do a similar thing in a similar vein.
That'd be a good idea.
Yeah, because he was one of the people besides like Titus O'Neil and somebody else who I forget. Who helped with charities within WWE, so it's very like
that's decent. Shout out to him then.
Yeah.
Aleister Black, yeah, he's what do you think of Malachi Black? That's the thing I haven't asked you yet.
No, I think it's a good gimmick. I think this is obviously Tommy End with creative control and allowing himself to be whatever he wanted to be in WWE.
And he's got a match with Cody coming up?
He's had it already, and he beat him in like less than a minute, I think it was.
Haha, good.
And then Cody was like, I'm going back.
Riot? Ruby Riot is now under the name of Ruby Soho.
Yes.
Apparently there's moves to get her an Impact, which could be good.
I mean,
but then again,
I frown at Impact, but Impact, New Japan, AEW, NWA.
No one is going to New Japan. I've always said this, and I've always thought this. Like, whenever talent is released, they're like, "Oh, they could do well in New Japan." It's like, well, they could, but out of all of the talent that they've, Cars going by my window, sorry.
Oh, I thought it was some sort of lion in your house or something.
No, it's every fucking day I have to deal with shitty fucking motorheads just going by my window. Not
that motorhead, no.
That's for okay. Yeah, no, none of these talents will ever go to New Japan. And I don't know why, because some of them could do well. It doesn't mean they're going to go. So yeah, like maybe 4 or 5 of these people. Christian says Driven G in the chat. Yeah, they're now in
Christian's
AEW.
having a match tonight on Rampage.
He's having 2 fucking title matches. That's crazy.
Yeah, he's having a title match with Kenny Omega. Not to be confused with my cat, wherever the hell he's gone.
2 different titles. So yeah, by the looks of things, like 4 people. That's Andrade, Aleister, Mark Henry, and Christian. Oh, and Big Show. So that's 5.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like everybody's just like, oh,
5 out of 52. That's like 10%, isn't it?
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like everyone's just like, oh, they'll just go to AEW, but like Tony Khan's only hired 10% of those people. He is picking and choosing, going, yeah, I could use you.
I mean, like, it depends on what they're gonna bring to the company. Like, granted, I'm not as familiar as you are with the product, so I don't know if there's room for certain individuals. But like, Ruby Riott, I think, would be a good shoe-in for the women's division.
Yeah, I mean, like the women's division has
Even Lana could go there and just be Miro's valet, right?
Well, yeah, that makes sense. I think in a lot of ways, a lot of the people that have been released could be used in a way that maybe not they don't wrestle necessarily, but like Lana could be, or AJ Perry or whatever, or CJ Perry or whatever her name actually is. She could be Miro's manager of sorts. You know what I mean? Like there's things that you can do. I could
there
see
is a question though.
Yes, go ahead.
Does AEW need these people?
Not necessarily. I mean, they don't really need them. I mean,
because I think that Impact needs people.
Yeah.
Because their world title is currently held by someone who's not even in the company, technically. Like that's not good. And it's probably going to be held by someone else who is not in the company, which is really bad. But at least Christian has like ties to the original product, so
yeah.
I honestly think he might win the Impact title. But that's neither here nor there. My point is that like Buddy Murphy, 100% could easily become like Impact champion or even just X Division champion when he's over there. He would be a much needed injection, because looking at Impact in terms of star power. Like it's like what Antonio in the chat says. Impact still exists, like, barely. Like I don't even know. They have Moose. Who else do they have? I don't know.
I don't know either. Like
Rich Swann is prominent over there. Like let me have a Google of the Impact roster just so I can get some. Because honestly, the only one I know is definitely still there is Rosemary. Like they're the only person I really pay attention to.
I couldn't tell you. I do not watch. I haven't watched an episode of Impact in about 7 years. So I couldn't tell you, to be honest with you.
I remember when we used to go to the roster page and they would still have people on there that left like 6 months ago. Apparently Chelsea Green is on their roster page. So apparently she's
must be there then.
She's there.
Okay.
Yeah. Daivari. The Daivari? Yeah.
Okay.
Fair. Okay, Daivari's there. All right. Yeah, you got like Moose, you got Rich Swann, you got Deonna Purrazzo, who's the Knockouts women's champion, which is good.
Okay.
Oh yeah, they got Eric Young back. They got Keith, no last name needed. James Storm is still there miraculously. Jordan Grace, Josh Alexander, Conan. Matt Cardona, Aiden English is apparently he's there now. That's decent. Matthew Rewold, what the fuck is that name? Matthew Rehwoldt. Rewold? What is that?
Get a new name.
Aiden English was fine. You got Moose. No Way Jose is there. Do you know what he's called?
Yeah, No Way. I remember now.
No Way. What the fuck is that?
That'll get round the coffee, all right?
My God, Matt Stryker, you fucking prick. What's No Way Joshua doing? At least give him another name that's like No Way Brogan. I don't know. Just another name that isn't No Way. Who calls their child No Way? It's weird. Petey Williams, Rhino, Rich Swann, Rosemary, Simon Callahan. I don't know who any of these people are. Like, what the fuck? Oh, Suicide is always there, apparently. He's always on the periphery, played by like 10 different people.
He's covered.
Emma's there. Oh yeah, the Good Brothers. They're the tag champs. TJP, Tommy Dreamer, like... Oh, and Big Cass. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, think about all of these talent that have been released. Like, they would be a lot better going off to Impact if they were to go anywhere. Because I think Tyler Breeze even said, like, he's been wrestling for 15 years. Like, he's tired. Like, he could do with a break. So, who's to say they'll even go anywhere else?
Well, yeah, I mean, if you've been on the road for 15 years, you're just going to be like, nah, fuck this. I'm just gonna
I mean,
go.
Braun Strowman is probably a shoe-in to just go back to WWE. Like, they're releasing new merch of him still, for Christ's sake. Like, this is how poorly run the company is at the moment. They can't even fucking call up the merch team being
Well,
like, he's not here anymore. Just, don't put out the shirt, maybe.
This is the thing that makes me laugh, is they take the mick out of WCW for 20 years. And, like, they're just repeating the same mistakes WCW made. It's just like, what? Doesn't make any sense. Says the guy's wearing an NWO shirt as we speak.
You know what? I hope that AEW manages to actually get a lot more traction, because at this point, I have no idea what the fuck the business model of WWE is anymore, other than who fucking cares? We're made for life because we have so much fucking money coming in.
Well,
And yet we still release talent under budget cuts, even though the quarterly earnings have been published. We see that they are making the most money they have ever made, ever, as a company. Like, what?
Well, Antonio in the chat
it's baffling.
says, Vince is probably getting rid of people to make the finances look good so he can sell.
But to who? Who's buying?
I wouldn't be shocked if NBC Universal go for it.
Imagine if Tony Khan just like, I'm buying you now. You're selling all your stuff, making it really cheap. Haha, guess who has fuck you money?
Well,
The Khans.
they have they're billionaires. Like, they're not like
It's not gonna happen,
No,
but like,
there's
oh my
more-
god, that'd be hilarious.
that'd be brilliant.
All of their talent leave and they go to AEW, and then Tony's like, haha, look what I'm buying. your old stomping grounds. And they're like, oh, for God's sakes. But no, I think AEW is about to get a very big shot in the arm if you're picking up what I'm putting down here.
Well, you could say that because of this man who's just appeared on the screen. If you don't know his name is CM Punk. And I'm just going to pull up the news that I did earlier because it's here. Wonderful. So, if you haven't heard because you've been living under a rock, it looks like AEW has just signed or has already signed
Rumors are swirling around.
Philip CM Punk Brooks, otherwise known as UFC
My dad.
man who my dad, also known as man who had two UFC fights. One was eventually ruled a no contest. The other one was a horrendous loss. But more known for his wrestling capability rather than his MMA capability. And it looks like that not only have AEW signed CM Punk, because they keep hinting at it every 52 seconds, they've also looks like they've signed Daniel Bryan, but we'll go on to Bryan in a minute. So what's WWE's reaction to all of this? Well, WWE and its television partners have reportedly have different views on Punk and Bryan potentially signing with AEW. According to Zerian, I have no idea who that is, but WWE's television partners are shocked that AEW was able to sign Punk, while WWE is not very concerned about the move since it wasn't in negotiations to bring him back anyway. WWE, however, reportedly does see Bryan leaving for AEW as a big hit. However, because of his popularity and how deeply he has been entrenched in WWE for the past decade. So that's the reason why WWE are more worried about Bryan than Punk. But regarding the signings as a whole, a TV network source has told whoever this agent is that WWE is not concerned about the possible Daniel Bryan and CM Punk signing to AEW as we are. And obviously Punk and Bryan are two of the biggest names in professional wrestling. AEW signing them would be a huge deal. The signing of Punk would be especially significant as he has not wrestled in 7 years. Punk has been viewed as the biggest free agent in wrestling during that time, and it was unclear whether he would ever return because obviously he was trying his MMA career. He's appeared on films and televisions. Yes,
He's done comic books as well.
Exactly. So yeah, Bryan, meanwhile, returned from what was thought to be a career-ending injury a few years ago and has resumed being one of WWE's top stars since then. He even competed in the main event of this past WrestleMania, WrestleMania 37, or otherwise known as WrestleMania Pirate Ship 2, Night 2, Night 1, I don't know, Electric Boogaloo in April against Roman Reigns and Edge. And while it's possible that there is nothing WWE could have done to prevent Bryan and Punk going to AEW, the signing should provide AEW with even more momentum and to put pressure on WWE to respond with some big moves of their own.
There's a couple of things here.
Yes.
This could be like what the Outsiders were.
Yes, I was about to say
WCW.
that. That's why I'm wearing an
Yeah.
AWO shirt, because for me, this is bigger than that. Here's the thing, right? I respect Kevin Nash and Scott Hall. Kim said I had a weird obsession with Scott Hall. Don't ask me why. So basically,
Don't we all?
Yeah,
Don't we all? We all go through that stage in our life.
Hey yo, toothpick.
Hey yo,
The
Chico.
point is,
Why are you talking like that?
I
don't know.
I don't know. Did you stop? But here's the thing, right? They came out of an era that, no offense to them, but the new generation was not very good. Just throwing it out there, right?
Wow, hot take.
It's not a hot take. In '96,
That's an iceberg take.
it's
Oh
not
my
an
god, yeah, you're right.
iceberg. What? It's not even like. It's not even remotely.
No, it's a cold take.
It's not. Here's why. Like WWE, the house shows were down. Everything was down. It's a bit like now. Like,
That's what I'm saying. A
everything was
cold
down.
take is the opposite of a hot take. A cold take is when you're
sorry.
right.
I thought you meant, as I pulled my headphones out, I thought you meant something else. Here's the thing, as well.
You thought I meant the opposite.
Yes. Here's the other thing. Punk left professional wrestling at a time where it was a lot more popular than it is now. He was a part of an
Was
angle.
it?
Yeah, it's more popular now than it is now. Like, Raw is getting more ratings, like more.
You know what? Yeah, I forget that there's like actual figures to back up that statement.
Yeah, and not only that, Punk was a
Even
part
back
of...
then, it wasn't like popular. You know, like I don't know, what was this? 2013, 2014.
Yeah, I was still at university at that point. Jesus Christ! But the point
Yeah.
is, Punk was
Mad.
also part of one of the biggest angles, arguably, in wrestling history.
Summer of Punk.
Exactly. And I think at the end of the day, even if his MMA career didn't really go to plan.
Well, this is another thing I wanted to ask as well.
Okay.
People always go on about CM Punk's, let's just say, lackluster MMA career.
Yes.
There's a couple of facets to this.
Okay.
Number one, like, okay, yeah, he lost embarrassingly in his first fight, and then
Which
he
was
didn't win his
overturned
second
this
fight.
year.
Right, yeah, because he was, what, Mickey Gall was doping or something?
He was on the Ganges.
Right, yeah, so, regardless of that, he didn't have a good time in MMA, and, I feel like I have to constantly remind people of a couple of things. One, who cares?
Yeah.
Like, this is wrestling. Wrestling isn't fucking real. Like, you could write him to come in and destroy Kofi Kingston in 5 seconds, and it could happen. Like, you could write anyone to be strong. They could have written fucking Reggie, whatever his fucking name is, the guy who holds the 27 title, right? You could fucking write him to be Lesnar the Conqueror 2.0, right? Because wrestling isn't fucking real. You can do whatever you want as you will if you have the pen and paper, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm just trying to find.
And the idea that his MMA stuff is gonna at all affect his wrestling comeback, I just think it's a bit silly that everyone's like harping on about it. Like, yeah, sure, you can make fun of him all you want by being like, oh, he tried something and he failed, but at least he fucking tried it. Like, he had 2 fights. It's 2 more than you and me are ever gonna have.
Well,
And he
yeah,
probably got paid a lot for it.
And
So
yeah. So
come on, it's not like he fucking like had the worst display in MMA history, I'm sure, right? There's got to be worse fighters than him.
no, there probably has been. But here's the other thing
Right.
as well. I'm trying to find the tweet and I can't find it. But there's a tweet that says that whilst he's sort of, I don't want to say retraining because that sounds slightly insulting, but getting rid of the
Well, he
ring
has to
rust.
get reacclimated. Like, it's been... How long has it been?
7 years.
7 years? 7 years, alright. That's the other thing as well. His wrestling skill, when he was, like, going towards the end of his career, I don't think it wavered. I feel like he was always a solid, like, in the ring, on the mic wrestler, right? Even, like, towards the end of his WWE run.
Yeah, and the thing
Right,
is, apparently...
and because people like Edge and Christian have
Yeah.
rested so long that their terrible injuries are gone, and for all intents and purposes, they look at a base level fine. At the top tier, great, because of that time they've taken off. Granted, they weren't doing MMA fights, but I feel like CM Punk's wrestling ability is not going to be affected in the slightest. Like, he's still the best in the world, CM Punk, right? That's not changed at all.
Well, apparently that's true. So, like, I saw it earlier, but I can't find
Brum,
it.
brum, brum, fucking chainsaw men outside now. Oh my god.
Wow. So,
Coming to get me. Because I have opinions on the internet.
That's Vince McMahon. Get on and shut the fuck up!
That's just him making noises with his mouth.
It worked for Terry Funk. It will work for you. So basically,
And Draven G in the chat says at least he's not bitter about it. Like,
well, yeah, and
CM Punk is a bitter person by nature. That's something that we all know purely through what he's said in the past. But
he's not bitter about anything.
nah, not at all. He's a sunshine and rainbow. He's perfectly happy about a majority of his experiences.
Exactly. But here's the other thing, though. I saw a tweet earlier, and it said that this source, and I can't remember what it is. This is really bad journalism. I apologize.
It's Ragu.
Yes, Ragu basically said that Punk basically is essentially as he was 7 years ago. Not a lot has changed.
There you go.
But I need to find.
He was over as fuck 7 years ago.
Yeah. So I mean, but this is.
And then there's Daniel Bryan.
Yeah. Which I will put
Permanently like over.
Yeah, and I think as well, like, these two acquisitions are like the biggest acquisitions. I would argue they're bigger than Kevin Nash and Scott Hall. This is like the equivalent of Hogan and Savage going to WCW for me, because
you could scale it in a way that would make sense, I suppose.
Yeah, well, Brian's so over.
It's not like John Cena and Randy Orton have upped sticks and gone to AEW, right? You know, like let's be real here.
Okay, well, they're still maybe the top 5 biggest names in wrestling in
They're
the
really
past
over
10 years.
with I want to say hardcore fans, but I feel like that's a majority of what AEW's audience is at this point. So
can you keep talking for 2 seconds? My cat is trying to get out of... Yeah.
So I figure that you can scale their popularity as much as you want to, but like when you put it down to brass tacks, it is a big fucking deal because CM Punk obviously speaks for himself, really. He's had that whole controversial exit. Like, everyone's wanted him back for the 7 years that he's been gone. He's remained pretty quiet about it, so this would be a fucking big surprise.
Yeah.
Daniel Bryan, again, with the injury. Like, do you remember 13 when we were in, like, that big Daniel Bryan storyline and just the Suplah was on about arguing about it all the time? How have we gone from that to him being retired for several years, coming back, winning the world title again, and now he's gone again? How the fuck have we gone through that amount of time? We're old. We're fucking old as shit. We've been doing this for so fucking long that we've experienced this, and now we're talking about him going to another company that we couldn't have even pictured existed back then.
And the thing is, like, one of the other things...
Time is fucked.
Please don't... I'm ignoring this because it's making me feel old. So...
We are old. I'm 20, I'm 26, you're 31.
Stop. No, I am 30, not 31. Don't put that one in front of it. Not yet, anyway. Not for another...
Antonio says Andy versus his cat is a match I want to see. Oh, well, it's almost as if we have a wrestling league on our YouTube channel where that may or may not be a possibility.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
And Draven G has a point. He says, and technically if Punk hadn't left when he did, Bryan likely would not have had his moment at WrestleMania 30 that year. Which is
like,
true.
ships in the night. Yeah.
And that's what I mean. Like it's
Plus, they had decent matches as well against each other at what was it, 2012 Over the Limit,
was it over the
something like
limit?
that.
Okay, I thought it was.
It was
Payback.
during CM Punk's like really long title reign where he fought Daniel Bryan several times, and that should have main evented over whatever the fuck the main event, John Cena, John Laurinaitis, what the fuck.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. Would you think they would be like put together as like a tag team, or would they be like two single stars? Could one of them even be the one to beat Kenny? Like, what do you reckon? How would you fantasy book their debut? Because obviously you got the big show at Chicago coming up
Tonight.
One would assume they both show up.
Tonight, at the first ever Rampage show.
Wait, is that tonight?
That is tonight.
Oh shit!
I don't know. I don't know how can we watch that in the UK?
Legally or
alright, for legal purposes, how do we watch it on a legal stream? Fight then, is it?
you pay like $50 or whatever it is.
Okay. I'm tempted to watch it tonight just to see what happens.
That's crazy. Like we could wake up tomorrow and it'll all have happened, or it could not have happened. This is another question I had as well.
The Rampage tonight is not in Chicago. That's the one next week.
So next week.
What I'm saying,
the first dance is called, right?
Yeah. So basically, tonight is in Pittsburgh. Now, what I would do if I was Tony Khan would debut Daniel Bryan tonight.
Ooh.
So who's Kenny facing? Is he putting that title on the line again?
Well, he's fighting Christian, isn't he?
Okay, yeah. So
I don't know when, because I'm not involved with the product as much, but I'm pretty sure he's doing that at like one of the shows coming up.
Okay. Because that's what I would do. I would have Daniel Bryan confront Kenneth, not my cat, but the AEW World Champion. And then
he just busts into your room and is like, "You're a cat. I have problems with him."
That's what I would do. And then at the last dance next week in Chicago, I would have CM Punk confront Darby Allin.
You're gonna put him straight into a feud with Darby Allin, huh?
Yeah.
As like the introductory feud.
Yeah, that's what I would do.
To be fair, I don't think there's anyone you could put him with that would be better for showcasing his return.
No. And I think Punk said that Darby Allin is pretty awesome, so it sounds like he wants to work with him anyway. So just do that.
That would be neat, and then we get CM Punk interacting with Sting, which is another weird fucking wrestling moment.
Jesus Christ, yeah. But here's the thing, though. CM Punk's actually addressed these rumors, so
What has he said?
Oh, CM Punk addressed the rumors regarding his rival in AEW, and also
Already said that.
This is how I write the script. Initial talks with Tony Khan. Speaking on the Saturday Night's Main Event podcast regarding his... Don't listen to that podcast, listen to ours. But regarding his role on the upcoming Stars, with a Z, drama Heels, not to be confused with the AEW thing, Punk said whilst it wasn't confirmed, he might be doing a screening episode 3 of Heels in Chicago the same night that Rampage is going to run a show at the United Center, and he also gave praise to Darby Allin. So he says, and I quote, "The best in the world. That could be anyone," Punk added, referring to the Allin promo on Dynamite that happened a few weeks ago. And he said, "That's Bryan, right? That's my assumption." Twat. It's obviously you. Stop it.
Remember that time when, like, what was it, the start of 2016, when AJ Styles was like, "I could go anywhere." And it was like, "Yeah, you're full of shit. You're going to the Rumble, aren't you?" And then number 3 it was like, Yep, we don't want none. Like, this is a worry that I've had, though. Like, we're doing all this build-up. We're doing all this thing like it's a surefire thing to happen at the Chicago event. What if it doesn't? What if we get like a Royal Rumble 2014 Rey Mysterio moment? I'm scared of this.
Well, here's the thing. You're scared
because
of this.
We're just going off of mostly speculation, right?
Yeah, but you're scared of this for good reason. You're scared of this for good reason because being a WWE fan is like being in
An abusive relationship. Yes, that's the allegory.
and you think they're gonna change, you think they're gonna get bad, you think they're gonna do the right thing, but they never do. But then over here is this AEW, and they're pretty, and they seem like they have a decent personality, and they don't seem like, I don't know, a giant shithead. So what you think is, maybe I should just dump you and go with this other person who seems relatively nice.
But then what if something bad happens with the new
That's
wife?
the risk you take, Sam.
I'd rather be single. I'd rather have a Japanese wife that I order in the mail.
I mean, James A in the chat says if Punk doesn't debut in Chicago, they will riot, and yes, they will, because here's the other thing as well. They are in the United Centers, Samuel.
What is the significance of that?
Well, the United Center, if I can pull it up. No, that's CM Punk. Where is the United? How do I get it to work? There it is. The United Center is one of the largest arenas in North America, and they've sold it completely out after more than 12,000 tickets up from the initially reported 10,000 tickets. They were sold during a pre-sale. The remaining tickets for Rampage quickly disappeared as they went on sale to the general public within minutes. Only tickets were available for the show are currently from resellers, so you can only buy the tickets off of Ticketmaster that are being resold because people are dickheads and they scout tickets. The United Center hasn't hosted a wrestling event of any kind since the WWE ran a house show there in 2018. And it will be the first televised event since WCW ran Thunder from the United Center in November of 2000.
What the fuck?
One of the reasons why, because I listen to other podcasts and people live in Chicago and they're like,
what you doing? You should only listen to the Suplah and Bitter Chatter. What else are you listening to?
I steal everyone's stuff. So basically, what they were saying, the people who live in Chicago were saying, was the United Center is huge. Like it's massive.
Looks pretty big in that picture.
Yeah, that's a pretty big building, and it's quite famous because the Chicago Bulls play there, and also it's really expensive.
Chicago Bulls.
Balls, like balls.
The Chicago Bulls.
Balls.
Do you mean the Bulls?
What am I saying?
Balls.
Balls.
Bulls.
Balls.
You're saying balls.
Balls.
Stop saying balls.
Bulls. I'm saying bulls.
Spherical items. No, it's the bulls. Moo.
Bulls.
Bull. Why aren't you making the right sound with your mouth, Andy?
Wait, bulls.
No, you're saying balls.
I'm not saying bulls.
Say bulls.
I'm not saying bulls. I'm saying bulls.
What's the opposite of push?
Pull.
Put a B in front of that.
Bull. Oh, right. I speak my own language.
I'm a speech therapist.
Chicago Bulls.
Oh, for God's sake.
So basically, this building is very expensive to run for obvious reasons. Look at the fucking size of it. So basically,
they've got to do it, right? It's got to happen. Like I feel like we're being gaslit if they don't do it. Like it's just like, oh, we never said that CM Punk would be here. It's like, well, fuck. Everything that you've been doing and everything that's happened has led us to believe this.
Yeah, it
has to happen, right? If it doesn't, I'm scared for that arena. I'm scared for people in the seats. I'm scared for the people like around the ring. I'm scared for anyone in the ring. They're gonna get shit pelted at them. Like
it's basically been confirmed without like outright saying it's happening.
I don't know if I would prefer that or if I would have preferred it to be just completely out of nowhere a surprise.
It's happening. Who cares?
But that's the thing. What if it isn't, Andy?
No, just.
We've been so certain about these things before.
This company's different. They're different. Tony Khan is a different man to Vince McMahon. He's an idiot. Vince is a 70-something-year-old man who's a fucking idiot. Tony Khan is a younger man who isn't stupid. Like,
You know what? I honestly hope that you're right. I really do, because I want this to happen. I'm just scared of what will happen if it doesn't. I am skeptical.
well, here's the thing, right? So there's more to this CM Punk thing. I'll put Punk back on. Hello. Right, so there's more to this.
James A in the chat says the Bulls play basketballs. The Bulls play balls.
This is like seashells on the seashore, don't it? Right.
No, it's not. It's a completely normal word in the English language that you for some reason can't fucking pronounce. It's not a tongue twister. It's a singular fucking word, Andy. It's like elbow all over again.
Oh God, no, please, elbow. So you can say elbow.
Right, you can do that. All right. Now, what is the name of the team?
Chicago Bulls.
Okay. Just keep practicing in a mirror, buddy.
Okay. When approached about his initial reactions with AEW President Tony Khan, CM Punk said that he took a cautious approach. Okay. Pointing out that he's talked to many people in the past who have had ideas about opening their own professional wrestling promotion for plans to only fall through. And Punk said that he took a wait and see approach. I'm not interested in pro wrestling in that respect, but we're here talking about heels, talking about his shitty TV show, blah blah blah. So anyway,
hey, it could be good. You don't know.
No, I want Punk. So I'm just saying that probably CM Punk will be at the United Center. You're probably gonna hear like the Chicago Bulls. Like the intro song being like, you know that one, and then
Michael B. Jordan comes out,
and then and you hear that.
What was that?
That was the song. The Cult
No, it wasn't. You got a seizure. What was that? Diddle-dee diddle-dee-dee. You fucking Finley now.
And here they are in Chicago.
Here he is. CMO Punkery.
He just comes out with a giant, like, fucking giant hat and a shamrock.
Yeah.
Look in my shillelagh, what do you see?
It's not racist because you're partly Irish. I don't know if y'all knew this.
Yeah,
I don't know
see,
if the audience at home knew anything about Andy here.
I'm actually probably half Irish, so...
Why probably? Why probably half Irish? Where's the probability there?
I need to get citizenship. Anyway, so the point is, there's that...
Duke Togo 13 in the chat says, but it's sad what's happening to NXT. Do you want to talk about this, maybe?
Yes, let's talk about that. Good segue, whoever said that. Because on the heels of WWE releasing all of these people, the latest one was 13 NXT and 205 talents on
including Bronson Reed, who was North American champion like 2 weeks ago. Leon Ruff, who was North American champion like a couple months ago.
Okay, that's stupid. Stories have emerged about wholesale changes coming to the NXT product. Mike Johnson of PW Insider wrote on Friday evening that there's been lots of talk internally of major changes for the NXT brand, including a new logo, new lighting, a focus on younger talents, and a different format to the TV shows. This house cleaning tonight appears to be part of those changes. And Dave, things are happening, Meltzer went further on Wrestling Observer Radio on Sunday morning, stating that NXT, having since lost in the Wednesday Night Wars, appears to be heading back to its earlier format of strictly being a development program. Of what Dave Meltzer calls the Curtis Axel era of NXT. Oh, fucking hell. Meltzer
This will be the moment of the Genesis. Starting now.
No.
From this moment on will be the moment of now. Here, the genesis of the moment of McGillicuddy.
What, you going
Great.
swimming? Oh god.
You know what gets me, right? You know what
What's
gets me
that?
about that fucking statement? What was that? Read that part again about younger talents.
So what? There's more to this. Do you want me to keep going?
No. Reread that part about younger talents.
All right. So they want, where is it? Oh god, a focus on younger talent.
Leon Ruff was 25 years old.
And apparently James A in the chat says, "Oh, you know what? I'm just going to go on to that. Sorry, James, but I'll go on to that. What Dave said." But yeah, he's 25. How much younger do you want to get? He's younger than I am. Oh god, I'm old. But yeah.
What the fuck are they talking about? New logo? New lighting? What? The logo's fine. The lighting is on. You can see what's happening. It's fine.
Kevin Dunn doesn't like the fact that all the you can't see the audience and all the you can't.
Who fucking cares about the audience? I don't want to see fucking jump cuts of them 25 times during a match to see what they are reacting like.
That's what
I don't care. I
Dunn
react
likes
to
that.
what's happening.
Kevin Dunn likes that though.
Oh fuck Kevin Dunn.
So here we go.
Stupid fucking prick.
Meltzer reports also that the aim for NXT is to go back to developing bigger and younger wrestlers with far less emphasis on top match quality, where they attempt to out-indie the indies. And Meltzer also says that quotes a source saying that the direction is in line of, and I quote, and this is not PC, but whatever, I have to say it, no more midgets and no one starting in their 30s.
Wait. Are you telling me that their idea for a wrestling product is to have worse wrestling?
Big beefcakes, yes.
Fucking Jesus Christ.
And they want people that can be box office attractions and main characters. Dave,
like Braun Strowman, who you fucking released.
Yeah, you just got rid of. Anyway, so Dave does
and
know
Bray
that
Wyatt, who you just fucking released.
Apparently, though, which is a weird paradox, is that Dave does note that Adam Cole Bebe should re-sign with WWE, as he would be an exception to those parameters. But the update does go on to say that there are a lot of diversive opinions about the state of wrestling in WWE, and it's about who basically has Vince McMahon's ear this week. Dave finally also notes that Friday's releases were the call of Vince McMahon, with the influence of Bruce Pritchard and J.J. Nettis. Neither Paul Levesque, Triple H, nor Shawn Michaels had any say in them at all.
This comes from the fact that they are pissed about NXT not beating AEW in the Wednesday Night Wars.
Yep.
This is where that comes from?
Yeah, they're basically like, well, Paul, your fucking idea didn't work, but here's the thing, it was never going to work.
What the fuck did you... Yeah, it was never going to fucking work out like that. What are you talking about?
This is your developmental brand. This is like your third brand.
Not even. They branded it as like a third brand. They had them at Survivor Series. They're on the USA fucking network. Like, it's been treated for about the past year or so, maybe even 2 years, as a third brand. And now you want to fucking regress that because you didn't beat AEW in the ratings?
We're basically going back to what I will presume...
You were never even on the same fucking night when AEW turned up.
Yeah, and the thing is...
You used to be on a different night. You did this. You fucking did this. You sowed your seeds and now you lay in them. Alright?
Yeah,
That's what fucking happens.
And they went against an actual main brand part of the company, so what were you expecting?
Like, dude, what is going on with this company?
I think he's gone. I think this guy. I'm just gonna hazard a guess. Oh no, I've just broke the stream. Oh well, never mind. Vince.
Why is it whenever you try to do anything, you break it? What? To press the right buttons.
I can't. It doesn't work. OBS.
What do you mean?
It just doesn't work. Anyway, the point is, the point is that I think Vince has gone mad. I think but basically Vince is he claims that AEW isn't competition, but he's basically what he's done.
But then he makes it competition, and then he gets pissed when he can't beat his competition.
Well, he's hit the panic button, and he's like, Oh,
Oh,
crap.
yeah,
We're
great.
going to go back to 25 years ago because that worked last
Well,
time.
when he hit the panic button with WCW, what did we get? The Attitude Era?
Yeah, but the thing is,
That was
like,
good, apparently. Like, why is this not? What are you doing? This would be like if they fired fucking The Rock because he wasn't getting over, or if he
Yeah.
was over, and then they just fired him for budget. Well, it doesn't make any sense. It really doesn't. I'm baffled by their decisions lately.
it doesn't make any sense. Like, and
Even the fucking USA Network is pissed about these releases, and it's like, well, yes, because they're getting rid of talent that people actually gave a shit about, like Bronson fucking Reed.
And meanwhile, one of the guys, what's his name? It's not Tony Khan. It's like Nick
Khan. Yeah.
He's just bought a house that's worth millions. Like,
What budget cuts are you talking
What are you
about?
on about, you clown? Like, I don't get it. I really don't understand the logic behind this.
I really hope that AEW does get to a point where they can seriously put a fucking dent in this company, because it doesn't deserve to be the #1 company. It never has.
I think
It's always
they
been with these
already
shitty fucking
have.
business practices.
They already have. This is the dent. This is the first dent. This is like...
This is Harvey Dent.
This is... What? No, this is like the Titanic hitting the iceberg, and the iceberg is called AEW. And they've literally...
I think we'll get to that point when AEW manages to beat Raw in the ratings.
And they probably will. They probably will, you know, because...
At the rate Raw's going, yeah, they'll just keep going lower and lower. AEW, it's slowly on a increase, isn't it?
Yeah, and the thing is, AEW Dynamite is moving to TBS next year, isn't it? Like, it's moving networks.
Something like that, yeah.
Because the NBA is a giant pain in the ass to have, like, wrestling and NBA on TNT, apparently. I'm not American, so...
So many acronyms.
Americans help me. But basically, like...
Harvey Dent.
The NFL will probably affect Raw more, because Monday Night Football, I think, in the US is huge. So...
A little bit of an understatement there.
Well, yeah. So...
I think that football might be a big deal.
Yeah.
Just saying, just putting that out there.
And even their version of football, which they don't really use their feet. Anyway, the point is...
Better than ours.
You say that.
Yeah, I said it. I said it.
No, it's not though, is it?
What are you going to do about it?
I mean, both are better than wrestling, but, you know, that's not even
Well,
there. Like, that's... I mean...
I guess.
Anywho. But, I mean, I think they're just panicking. They don't know what to do. Vince is just like, Bruce, what do you think I should do? Beef. Hunter, what do you think I should do?
But you just fired Beef.
Ricochet. Like, what? Sean, what should we do? Flippy doos. Okay. Nick Khan, what should we do? Fire everyone. Like, excellent. Like, literally, there's no clear plan here. There's no strategy. It's literally just like...
James A. in the chat says, I hope to God that Dynamite doesn't go to 3 hours.
No, I don't.
I think what they're doing instead is that they're having, Dynamite is 2 hours, right?
And Rampage will only be an hour.
Right, they've got Rampage, they've got After Dark, Elevation, all that stuff. I feel like instead of increasing the length of Dynamite, they're just going to add more shows.
Well, the thing is, like, you don't have
Whether that's good or bad or not, I don't know. But there's no need for them to go to 3 hours. They're not.
No, God, no.
What was the reason why Raw did that? It was due to advertisers and the network, wasn't it?
Yeah, they wanted.
Yeah, so you're not going to get that with AEW, I don't think.
No, and the issue as well is you don't have to watch Dark. Like, you don't have to watch Dark Elevation.
Well, it's a showcase of enhancement talent, isn't it?
Yeah, you don't have to watch it.
It's like their NXT. Oh.
And it's like they actually
Where they make really controversial raps.
Yeah, that was bad.
What did you think of that? The whole acclaimed thing, because
that-
Keelan Balderson, our fellow Suplah friend,
Should we call
he
Keelan
loves,
and see what he says?
you can, I'll talk.
No.
The acclaimed, Keelan is a big supporter of them. He's always been like in our group chat, being like, "Oh, the acclaimed, they're fucking good. They're really neat." Who is it? It's Max Caster and who else?
I can't remember the other one's name, and I feel
Brilliant.
really bad.
Let me Google. It is Max Caster, and basically their gimmick is that they come out to the ring doing improv raps about their opponents.
I'm just calling Mr. Boulderson now.
Mr. Boulderman.
Baldy
Keelan
man.
Bouldermanson.
I don't know. If he doesn't answer, this is just gonna be awkward, really, isn't it?
A little bit, yeah.
Answer the phone. Answer.
Keelan. Anthony Bowens. That's the other guy.
Bro, answer the phone.
So they're
Oh, hello. You're live on the Suplah. Tell us about the Acclaimed.
I'm eating spag bol right now.
Okay, we'll leave you alone. Goodbye.
how dare you call him during dinner?
Okay, he's gone. So, but basically,
So Platinum, Max Caster, and Anthony Bowens, they're a tag team.
No,
Don't know about
they're
their
done.
wrestling ability.
It's over. Like, if you go on the AEW,
Well, let me finish.
Oh, sorry.
Their gimmick is that they come out and they do these improv raps, these diss tracks against their opponents, and I've seen a couple of them on TikTok. I think they're pretty fucking funny. However, there is one example on the most recent, I think, or one of the most recent AEW Darks, where he drops lines about Simone Biles' mental health, the Duke Lacrosse case, PCR COVID tests, and just a really bad sexual joke. So, for all intents and purposes, like a minor, like a 19-year-old or something, Julia Hart.
It was bad. Like the whole thing was
Bit cringe, a little bit
bad.
cringe.
The whole thing was bad.
Tony Khan even said it was bad.
Well,
Like,
this is the other thing. Like I basically am like an AEW mark, right? But like, I will call them out where they do stupid things, like the Matt Hardy thing.
well, this isn't even like
this-
AEW's fault. This is Max Caster's fault.
Yeah, but it kind of is AEW's fault to a degree because
Well, they gave him creative control over the raps bit and everything because he's got a knack for it. He's got a talent for it. But then he tries to go fucking all Eminem,
Yeah, but
talking about Columbine and shit and all stuff like that. But it's like, it's not. It's 2021. Like, I feel like you're trying to push for buttons and everything, but there's certain ways where you can do it. He's done it before in his other raps. As I've said, I've seen them. They're good.
yeah, but there's a
But
difference
this one in
between
particular,
a diss
like,
track and
I don't
this.
know.
There's a difference.
Yeah, this one was just like, yeah, bro, COVID tests, they don't work. There was a rape case. Gotta make it work.
Just dumb.
What was the other
but
thing?
here's the thing.
Simone Biles ain't got no work.
But here's the
Rhyming
thing.
with work, sorry, but
I-
no, like there's no need.
Yeah,
There's no need for it, you know?
But this thing was taped. AEW was taped, right?
Well, it's now been it's edited out of all the repeat viewings now.
Yeah, but that initial, like, they sat on that for a week because it was taped the week before. So they sat on it for a week. Everyone on social media were like, "This is really bad," so they knew about it. So basically, they didn't do anything about it, and they sat on it for a week, and then they put it out there. What are you, stupid? Like, at least edit it out and go, something happened. They put it on social media being like, something happened with this Max Caster guy. We've suspended him. And
He went a bit crazy there.
Well, that's what they've effectively done. They've effectively suspended the guy, and they're sending him to the same course that Sammy Guevara went on. And also, that tag team of the Acclaimed is done. If you go on the AEW website, there is no Acclaimed anymore. And I think
they'll come back, I imagine.
They're
Like,
done.
They can't be done forever.
They're done. Literally.
I don't know if that's a bit of an overreaction. Like, Sammy Guevara wasn't done forever, you know?
Yeah, but it's happened. And, like, it's not... What's the other guy's name again? I've forgotten. My brain...
Anthony Bowens.
Right. He came out not to Acclaimed music on, like, AEW Dark or whatever the other one is. Like, literally, he came out to his own song, completely different, looked different, like, get up with the stuff, and he just, like...
Get up with the stuff, yeah, great.
Yeah,
Blue Chew is our sponsor today.
But there's no like Acclaimed stuff with him at all. Now,
I think that's an overreaction,
I'm not saying
personally.
that when Max Caster comes back, he isn't going to have the rapping gimmick and stuff, but it looks like they've just done it. And apparently, Max Caster is on ice, apparently. So, whatever that means...
Well, it just means they'll wait for it to calm down, and then it'll come back. That's just what happens.
But I can't...
No one remembers shit after, like, 2 or 3 weeks.
I mean, at the end of the day, it was stupid. They knew it was a thing. They knew that he said that awful stuff.
It's just in poor taste.
But then, like, I remember, I can't remember who said it now, But even John Cena's raps were eventually.
Well, that was like, what was that,
Incredible.
2003? Like, that was a different time where homophobia was more widely embraced as comedy, you know?
Yes.
Like, we're living right now in a
Not
more
good.
more conscious, more woke. Sorry, fucking snowflake right wingers who hate that word. We're living in a more what did I say? What was the word I used? I don't want to say woke because that's just a mockery term that's used now. We live in a more not
Tolerant.
sensitive,
Tolerant and also.
conscientious.
Yeah, just not being a
Yeah,
gigantic.
we live in a different world
ignorant
now,
twat
right?
mode. Yeah.
We live in a different world where these things, like, it's just unnecessarily mean. It doesn't need to happen. Like,
Yeah.
why are you making fun of a woman's mental health? Like, just maybe don't do that.
What's that got to do with?
And I
the
get
fucking-
that he's a heel. Like, the Acclaimed are probably heels, right?
Well,
I get that doing heelish things is a thing, right? But there's an art to it, you know. There's a way you go about being a heel. That isn't one of them.
Yeah, I mean, I think MJF. What? Yeah,
MJF, that's a way to be a heel, right?
But they came from the same wrestling school, and I think they have the same philosophy of you
Always on,
full on heel mode.
Yeah.
Which is all right if you're in front of 50 people in your village hall or something, right? But
even MJF now, he's calling all of his fans like virgins, and he's saying "fuck them kids." Like, I don't know, that works somehow. It's weird, you know. I don't know what the difference is.
I think
trying to figure that out mentally.
I think there's a line. I think if you call like people who like MJF and him calling them all virgins, that's actually quite funny. But like, but there's you know what I mean. But you know what I mean. There's a line. MJF doesn't make rape jokes. I think there's I can't believe I have to say this out loud. But the line is there, by the way. Like, I can't believe I can't believe I have
James
to say
A in the chat says a slap on the wrist and an apology would have done the job. As you say, they had at least a week to edit the dark taping.
Yeah. They had a week. And Tony Khan said, well, from now on, I'm going to look over the edits. And I'm like, shouldn't you?
Doesn't he already do like everything?
Shouldn't you be like?
Maybe just hire someone more like to do that who's gonna edit that stuff out.
Well,
but
apparently
neither here nor there, really.
He only looks at what does he only look at? He said, I only look at. I am paraphrasing.
I would assume Dynamite, right?
Yeah, and he doesn't look at Dark. He gets somebody else to do that. And he said, I'm just gonna look over everything now. I'm like, you don't have time. Like, you
more power to him, I guess. Maybe he has variants brought in from different multiverses to fucking like, okay, you go do Dark, you go do Elevation, you go do Rampage.
I don't watch Loki, so I don't care about it.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay, so he has different Meeseeks.
Ah, yes.
I don't know what he wrote me into this. Because he wrote me into this.
Oh.
It's the only joke from that show I find funny, but besides the point. Yeah, no, if this were like WWE, I feel like fucking Max Caster would get like a fucking promotion and then they would release the other guy. Because that's what's fucking happened with Jackson Riker. So, you know, it's probably going to be the same if it were WWE, but
and that's the thing.
Yeah,
like,
it's an interesting issue when you think about it.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. On this show, I want to try and be as balanced as humanly possible. We've just taken the mick out of WWE being useless, and now AEW doing something that's not so good. At the end of the day,
at the end of the day, you should be running things because you are the patron saint of the internet, and you know what is right from wrong. You just don't know how to say English words correctly.
Balls.
Yeah, keep practicing.
Well, on that magical note, I think that's the end of the show. Is there anything else you want to talk about before we go?
I automatically have to say now, if anyone is released between now and the next time we do a show, I'm sorry. I hope you do okay, unless you deserve it, in which case, bye-bye. Because you never know.
Bye-bye. Okay.
Someone might deserve it.
Well,
but do we want to maybe talk about something interesting that's coming up next weekend?
Oh yeah. So
because as we know, it is SummerSlam next Saturday.
It is next Saturday.
And I feel like we here at the Suplah have a mighty call to answer.
Yes. Now this is, and I'm going to say this now. As long as we all test negative. the plan is a reunion of sorts. Next weekend, Summer Suplah Slam. Summer Slam.
Suplah Slam.
Super Slam.
Balls.
What we are going to do is Sam Brooks, Keelan Boldusan, no Liam Dunn, I'm afraid, and me and my cat will be here live for a Suplah episode in my house, which I don't know. Are we calling this place now Suplah City Hall 2?
This has got to be like, what is it, 3.0 at this point?
Yeah, I don't know. But basically,
Any stretch of soil where 2 or more of us touch, that's City Hall.
wonderful.
Can be anywhere.
We will hopefully, touch wood, no one gets COVID and nothing goes wrong. I'm scared now. I feel like we've jinxed this.
It'll be fine. It will happen.
We are going to be live, all 3 of us, at some point to talk about SummerSlam. Well, we're going to be doing things over that weekend, maybe. I don't know yet. We'll see what happens.
Content will be produced in some form or another.
Are you filming the weekend's festivities?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
You know it.
yes. So, touch wood, everything's fine. We're going to do...
Everyone at home, grab a bit of wood. Not that one. Take it out your pants.
Oh,
Grab another bit of wood. Touch it.
Whatever works.
Touch it. Stretch it.
I can't find
Put it in your
any
mouth.
wood. I can't find any wood.
Get some wood.
I got no wood. I've got no...
Look, it's a picture of Taynara Conti. Get some wood.
There's... Anyway.
Yes,
and that
hopefully.
more awkward jokes next week. So hopefully that's a thing. I need to talk to you about that, Sam, after this. So that's a thing that might be happening next week. Please God, we've been planning this for so long. What else is there? Well, we have a Twitch now, which you can probably watch me play Broom Broom. It's not a game. It's Formula 1 2020 because I couldn't, because I can't be asked to actually pay for the new one. So whatever. I might do one today. Nah, it's too late now. I'll probably end up doing it tomorrow or I don't know, maybe today. Who knows? We don't have a schedule. So go on our Twitch channel. I think the latest Let's Play is there. Sam is probably editing the ones that I've done in the past.
Oh, yeah.
We also have Suplah Gaming, which you can find all of our gaming stuff in the past and also anything that we do in the future. A random man has just stared at me through the window. I should probably close that.
Hello, Steve.
Hi, Dave. What else is there? There's also we have a Redbubble. If you want to buy our stuff, no one ever does, but you can if you like.
Don't say that no one ever does. Maintain the illusion, you idiot.
Go to redbubble.com/people/the Suplah. You'll find our shirts. We have Suplah Brawl, which is our 2K21. I don't know. 2K20.
Yes.
Thing. I was the world champion. I'm not the world champion. Will the cat be the world champion? Ooh, no.
Ooh, number 1 contenders match, maybe. Oh, ho, ho.
So we got that. Keelan has WrestlePundit.com. What? Anything else I've missed?
No, Keelan has Spag Ball. We've gone over this.
Yeah, Spag Bowl, but we also have social media. Put the Suplah in and you'll probably find us. Do we have a TikTok?
No, make one.
Okay, don't know how we're going to do that. Anyway, so that's that then. I've been Andy Kwan. Say goodbye, Sam.
Goodbye, Sam.
Ken! Nah, he's asleep.
Ken?
Shit, no, he's asleep. I should have done that. Oh, well. So
Why
next...
would you do that?
I don't know, because I'm an arse. So, we'll see you next time. And, Godspeed. God bless. Namaste. Whatever. And,
Namaste.
I don't know. And, we'll see you next time. Hopefully not in 2 months, but whatever. See you. Bye.
I think you'd be better in this episode.
What was that?
I think you'd be better at this after 10 years.
You would think so, but...
Yeah. But you're not.
Keep breaking the speed. If the show's done...
Stop it. You're not Randy Orton. should really get your head close up so it looks like it's you.
Wait, I've got it.
Uh-huh. This is good.
Please
Good content.
Oh, you have to click it twice.
Oh.
I didn't know that. I've been doing this for like...
double click.
Oh, I learned how to use OBS properly. How long has it been? Like, I mean, we don't use that software. I don't know what you're talking about.
Shut up. End it. End it. It's over. Why are you massive on the screen? Go away.